Hello, guys. Hello, May May. How are you today, babe? Dumpling, if you're in here, hello, sweetheart. Peas in a pod. Hi. I don't really have an agenda on for the live today, guys. Basically, it's just whatever you guys want to talk about. I do want to bring up Holly's nieces that are still missing and talk about them a little bit. Talk about Fred and all that crap. But I wanted to find out how you guys are doing first. I've not seen a few of you in a few days. And let me say, you are all missed greatly. Hello, Shalima. Cool Gamer. Nene. Hello, hun. Flies in the coleslaw. Diana. I see you. Good morning, hun. Emily. Wait a few minutes. Let a few people get in here. Hello, Miss Selena. How are you today, sweetheart? I know the last video I put out wasn't a very good one, guys, because I'm trying to do it on my tablet and because I was just in a hurry and a rush trying to help Holly get her niece's pictures and names out there. Hello, Justin. How are you today, sweetheart? It's bad when it happens, period, but it really touches my heart. Holly's a friend of mine, personal friend, off of YouTube. And it breaks my heart when I talk to her and her heart is broken over this. I'm so sick from allergies this year. My lungs can't handle this pollen. Oh, honey, trust me, I understand greatly. I understand what you're talking about. I'm glad to hear that, Justin. I wished I could remember the conversation we were having the other day, and we were yelling for you. Somebody, please find Justin. We need to ask his opinion. And I can't even remember what it was about. Hello, little Bev. Alpaca Maid. Good morning, darling, or afternoon. Sky Purple. Sweetheart, hello. Blue Bonnets. I'm glad to see you all in here. As I said, we're going to be going over. Now, I do not have a lot of information. I mean, like little details about Kylie, Holly's niece, her great niece, technically. It's her nephew's daughter. I do have a post that he put on his Facebook page, and I do want to start out reading that, guys, because, I mean, to me, that just, it broke my heart. And I don't know if y'all read it or not, but I'm going to read it to you real quick, and then we'll go from there, okay? And everybody else coming in, if I haven't said hello and welcome. I'm glad you're here. Now, this is Randall Clayton Benson and his 7-year-old daughter. The mother left last Thursday with both children. The oldest one is Leah. She is 10 years old, and she is not autistic or anything. But the youngest one, which is 7, which is Clay's biological daughter, she is nonverbal and autistic, or autistic and nonverbal, however you say that first. And as far as he knew, up until the time she left, there was nothing going on. There was no fighting, nothing at all between them. He had no clue anything was going on. This is what he put out on his Facebook page the other day, guys. It says, anybody that knows me and my daughter knows I have done everything on my own to get Kylie where she is today. I did every doctor's visit, every therapy session, every school event and meeting by myself. I don't deserve to not have my baby. I have never been a day without her. I need all the help I can get from people that know how great I am with Kylie and people that don't. Without Kylie, I feel like I am not even alive anymore. I need prayers and I need help to get my baby back to her home. Please, someone help me. So, like I said in my video the other day, I'm calling on the creators that are out here, the ones, especially the ones with the larger channels that can get more information out there, guys. This baby needs to be found, and there's a reason. I was told that there has been affidavits signed that says that the mother's unfit. I don't know that for a fact. I've not seen them myself, but I know I don't have any reason to distrust what I'm being told. This child is autistic, nonverbal. And if the father is the one that always took care of her, where was the mother at? I mean, obviously the mother wasn't the one taking care of her. Now, we do know that her Medicaid card, the one thing that she needs to go to a doctor with, which obviously this child has to see doctors and therapists and everything. Hang on one second, Justin. That Medicaid card was left laying on the kitchen table. The mother took her purse and her cell phone and evidently had somebody pick her and the two girls up. But she took that Medicaid card out and laid it on the kitchen table. And that's a scary thought. Seeing how this child has to see so many doctors and stuff. Justin, common sense, true crime. She's one of our own. It's her nephew's daughter. Well, his daughter and his stepdaughter. He helped raise the 10-year-old. His 7-year-old autistic nonverbal daughter and the mother disappeared last Thursday. He left to go to work that morning at around 7 a.m. And when he came home from work, they were gone. The car was left, and he doesn't know if she took any clothing or anything, but she took her purse and her phone, but the phone has been turned off since that day. Yeah, we all do, honey. And she's heartbroken, and she posted on her community tab that her and her husband are both taking a week's vacation from work, and they are spending it trying to do what they can to find these kids. The mother's name is Janelle, Janelle, Poole, Poole. Father's name is Clay Benson, Benson. And the daughter's names are Leah, she's 10 years old, and Kylie, she's 7 years old. I put up a short video, Justin, the other day that's got all the information in it. And if you go to Common Sense community tab, everything is there. Everything except the dad's post that he put on Facebook that I just read. Hi, Dippy. Get when your child is missing to Holly from missingkids.org. Everything she needs is in that booklet. And well, another thing about this, guys, is because the mother took the children, or we think she took the children, they would not allow them to put out an Amber Alert or anything on the children. He literally had to wait 72 hours to report the mother missing. No, there wasn't a car accident because she left her car at home. She left with someone else. Were they married? No, they were not married, but they had been together since the older child was little. But they weren't legally married. But there has been affidavits signed, according to what I've been told, that state that the mother is unfit. She has mental issues. She has history of illegal substance usage. And she is on the spectrum as well, slightly, but still on the spectrum. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can pull these pictures up and show you guys, okay? I do not have a picture of the 10-year-old, but I do have, this is Janelle's picture. She's 39. This is an earlier picture of Kylie, and this is Kylie now. I believe that they've not put the picture of Leah out because it's not biologically his child, so I don't think he would have the right to. Justin's, no, his messages aren't deleted. Disabled kids should get an immediate endangered child. Yes, they should, especially seeing how they're not for sure if when the, or Holly was not sure when the affidavits were signed for the unfit mother. We don't know if it was done before or after she went missing, but we're assuming before. And there has to be a reason why those affidavits were signed. And that's another thing to worry about. Sounds like she may have ran off with someone. Well, you would think, but the fact is wouldn't her husband, well, might as well, it's common law marriage because they've been together for so long. He would have some clue as to where she's been or where she's at or who she left with, but he has no clue of nothing. He can't find them anywhere. So, I mean, it's a possibility, but still, he's the one that has took care of Kylie all her life as far as doctors and school and psychiatry appointments or psychological appointments. He wants his daughter home and safe. Evidently, the mom was not the primary caregiver as far as, any of her disabilities go. As far as I know right now, May no, an Amber Alert hasn't been put out simply because she is with her mother. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. It's Ellerbee, North Carolina. Ellerbee. Ellerbee, North Carolina is where they're missing from. And they went missing on the 22nd, which was last Thursday. I don't know if there's been any or not because the phone has been turned off since they went missing, so I don't know. And I did try to call Holly before I went on so that I could find out more detailed information, but her phone is turned off at the moment, and I'm assuming, they're out looking. Yes, thank you, I see you. I was going to say something else, and I can't think of what I was going to say. I'm just, guys, any information that I'm not giving you that you want to know or need to know, you can go look on Holly's community tab, and she's tried to put everything out there. You're about 1.5 hours away. Yes, this is a very new case. This just happened last Thursday. I don't know if she is or not, May. The other night when I put my video out, I had just seen all the different posts that Holly had put out, and I called and spoke with her for just a few minutes. She was very upset, crying, and so I didn't try to push her too much. I figured I would call her back, but like I said, when I called, I did leave her a message that she could join the panel if she wanted to and discuss it. So if she pops in here, guys, then maybe we can get some more questions answered. Ask her if the one girl is on. Yes, she is. Check pharmacy may have picked up refills since Medicaid card already been in the computer. Right. The creator, common sense, true crime, nephew's daughter is missing. Can y'all hold 1 second, guys? I'll be right back with you. Sorry, I've been expecting an important phone call, and I don't know who that was, but it wasn't them. Clay Benson, father. Yes, Janelle. Pool is spelled with an E on the end of it, guys. 39 went missing from Ellerbee. Yep. June 22nd. Leah, age 10. Callie, age 7. Nonverbal, autistic. Thank you. Thank you, April, for putting that out there. Leah and Kylie. Leah is the older child. Kylie is Clay's daughter. I wish Ellie would believe Dad when he knows she's unfit. Do a Amber Alert. Exactly. Well, I don't understand why there's not been at least an endangered child alert, seeing how there has been affidavits signed that she is unfit. Like I said, she has history of illegal substance abuse, and she does have mental disabilities. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, April. Thank you, though. I mean, it just worries me, guys. I couldn't imagine if it was somebody in my family, people I care. I mean, it's horrible thinking about all these other children out here that it's happening to, but imagine if it was in your own family and you just feel helpless. Hello, Direwolf. I've never heard of that city, but I will see how far I am away. Okay. Discovering looked it up the other night. Shoot, I can't. She sent it to me on my phone, and I can't pull it up on my computer because of the crap I'm going on with my computer. Evidently, they have checked with her friends and stuff. There's absolutely no sign of her nowhere. Does the mother have relatives nearby? The best we can deduct is yes, she has some that we know. I don't know from Holly. This is what me and discovering mainly was looking at. She found a bunch of her relatives, and they pretty much basically live all in the same area or all in the same house. And it doesn't seem that they've been, in contact for a while, because it doesn't come up like on associates or anything like that. It just shows relatives, and that's it. No, nothing else. It's North Carolina, Ellerbee, North Carolina, and the creator, Common Sense True Crime, her name, we call her Holly. It's her nephew's children, or actually his biological daughter and his stepdaughter, who is missing. Was she meant to drop the children back to the dad? I don't know. You got to go, Dippy. Evidently, it was. We don't know for sure when it was turned off. Just that it was turned off the same day they disappeared, and I'm assuming they're at the house. Right. She must have a friend that's helping her, or she could have ordered an Uber or a Lyft, or are they on a family plan? Android, iPhone, with his permission could look if they have a family plan. I don't know, babe. I don't know. Definitely all excellent questions, guys. This is a direct link to, oh, thank you. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Absolutely. Everybody needs to go check that out, and they need to, whatever you got to do to get the stuff, get it. And I will definitely give that link to Common Sense. Can someone call for a wellness check? Well, no, honey, you can't call for the dad is there in the home. They left the home. The dad is still there. He's the one looking for his daughter. Holly said that she was making flyers as we were talking the other night. So yes, there are flyers. I don't know if we've got any a sample of them out yet or not. Hopefully she'll be sending me one soon. From your understanding, a welfare check has been ordered, but no one can find them. I don't understand why a welfare check would have been ordered, because he went home that day and found that she was gone. I am right down the road from Ellerbee. It is in the south part of North Carolina. Okay, thank you, sweetheart. If you don't mind, can you please share it out on your Facebook? Anybody, in that area might see this little girl. That I don't know. I'm not sure if she works or not, hun. As I said again, and I hate to keep throwing this in there, but Holly was really upset when I spoke with her the other night, and so I didn't push her for a lot of details. Like I said, she told me that the car was left at home, the purse was took, her phone was took, but it was turned off, and Clay doesn't know if there was any clothes taken or not. He has always been there for all the doctor's appointments, psychologist appointments, all the school events, everything that's ever had to been done with his daughter. He's been there, and he's done it, he says, by himself. So that means obviously that the mom never went with them. And now the Medicaid card was left laying on the table. And that's definitely the one thing. Even if she goes to another town or something, the baby still has to go to her doctors and stuff. And I'm assuming they would probably need that to find new doctors, the Medicaid card. Maybe a couple of towns over. I'm not real sure. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this. We're Discovering sent this to me the other night. No, it's on the messenger, dang it. And I'll find out where the family lived. She sent me all that information. Of course she did, and she sent it in a stupid email, so I'll have to keep looking. Hang on a second, guys. Could she have run into a woman's shelter and lied and waited? That's a possibility. Exactly, and when you're gone missing, they issue a welfare check until they determine other actions. When an adult is involved, the children are a different story. It is the mother, right? Okay. Hamlet, North Carolina. It looks like they all live in Hamlet, North Carolina, wherever that's at. I don't know how close that is. And there's also, hang on one second. Anyways, guys, it looks like it's in Hamlet, North Carolina, wherever that is compared to Ellerbee, is where her family lives. I went and subscribed to her channel so I will get notifications. Okay, thank you, hon. Yes, dad and mom did live together, and as far as he knew, there wasn't anything going on. There was nothing wrong. They weren't fighting, nothing. No arguments. I'm behind now. Had to jump up and close windows because someone is spraying the building. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I mean, there's not really much to catch up on, just questions about whether the mom and dad live together, that kind of thing. Maybe play the video you made, text from Holly for the people coming in. Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead and pull this up. I will. To me, guys, I'm sorry, but that's really important. What the dad typed out, okay, on his Facebook page. So I'll read this real quick and then I'll show the video and stuff. It says, anybody that knows me and my daughter knows I have done everything on my own to get Kylie where she is today. I did every doctor's visit, every therapy session, every school event and meeting by myself. I don't deserve to not have my baby. I have never been a day without her. I need all the help I can get from people that know how great I am with Kylie. Without Kylie, I feel like I'm not even alive anymore. I need prayers and I need help to get my baby back to her home. Please, someone help me. And hang on a second. Let me pull this up and see if I don't know if I can share it the same way or not, but we'll try. Oh, wait a minute. Chrome tab. Well, I ain't got that pulled up yet. Hang on a second. Sorry, guys. I'll try to share this. I don't know if I can or not, but we're going to give it a good old try. Okay, Chrome tab. Share. Okay, I'm hoping y'all can see that. It says, let me assure everybody that, well, here, let me go down here to the beginning. Okay, it says, guys, I have 2 little girls missing in my family. It's my niece-in-law and her 2 small girls. They have been missing for 3 days now. The mom has serious mental problems and substance issues. So my nephew is terrified about what she might do to herself or those girls. Please pray and I'll keep you updated. I am working on requesting an Amber Alert right now. And then the next one, it says, my nephew Clay is seeing an attorney first thing in the morning to get an emergency custody order and or anything else that will help. Then law enforcement can do more to find them. I don't know if at this point an Amber Alert will be put out or not. All anyone could want right now is just to hear from them and know they are okay and safe. Still praying that for all 3 and my nephew who is not handling this well at all. I cannot say enough to you for your prayers and your support. And that's where you would not believe what Tim Mullins did to her. Just y'all have to go read that. But then there's this. It says, okay, guys, they are still missing. The reason Clay is talking about only Kylie here is because the other child is not his biological child. He is especially worried about his bio child, Kylie, because she has autism and he's the only parent that helps Kylie with her special needs. Mom's name is Janelle Poole. His daughter's name is Kylie. She's 7 years old and nonverbal. Today is day 4 of them being missing. And then this one says, let me assure everybody that my husband and I are now using our 1 week of vacation a year to help find Kylie, my nephew's daughter. We are doing flyers, going down there, putting them out everywhere, talking to people, using our own money for a reward for any information leading to finding them. That is what love does. For the horrible, horrible people who are using this to attack me, how much lower can you get? It speaks volumes about your lack of character and how little vulnerable children mean to you. But that shouldn't surprise me. Janelle Poole left sometime during Clay's workday on Thursday, June 22nd from Ellerbee, North Carolina. Clay suspects that Janelle met someone online who is the person who picked her up and the girls up and left. Janelle has severe mental illness that she refuses to get help or take meds for. She's unstable and she herself could be in danger. This situation is made more complicated by the fact that Clay has no rights to Leah, only Kylie, who has autism and is nonverbal. He is the only parent who has worked hard in every way to help her with her special needs. He's a great dad. Still, Kylie is with mom, who has rights to her as well. I will keep you updated, but we'll be working hard in the coming days to get Kylie home. For prayers and love and kind words, I can't thank you enough. This is Janelle, this is the mom. There's Kylie, an older picture of Kylie. There's Kylie now. And there's Kylie now. And this is Holly's page, her channel, guys. I hope y'all can see that. With his permission, start tracking lost contact of phone who was canceled or message coming into her. Something isn't right with this case. They could have been abducted. Yeah, I just showed it, hon. I'm assuming you were asking that before I showed it. Yeah, well, put it this way, Justin. It's either Don Wells. I saw it myself. Don Wells, but it's the account where it's got a picture of Candace and Summer together on it, or it's Tim posing as Don Wells, talking about how she has done something to these children, that how Holly has done something to them, which is ridiculous and ludicrous. She don't even live in the same town with them. Evidently, May, yes, she has. Make sure they weren't abducted. Mental episode from the mother. Problem between mother and father. There was no problem between the mother and father, evidently. Thank you, fried green tomatoes. I was wondering if she met a man online. Ellie is involved now, but they made him wait this whole 72 hours before they would do anything. Yeah, you saw the comment. Yeah, it's horrible that Don or Tim, whoever's doing it, would do that. I mean, Holly's hard on them, but come on, a child is missing. No matter who it's from, the child is missing. Why? Did he call around all the cabs? Honey, I don't know. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to her since we talked to her the other night. She's not answering her phone right now. I'd say they're busy out handing out flyers and stuff. I don't know yet. Like I said, I didn't see one on her page. So I'm sure as soon as she gets it printed out, or however she's doing it, I'm sure she'll send me a copy. Yeah, I would never bring my daughters to meet up with a stranger either, hun. All three options would need to be explored. If he has joint custody of the young child and it's his biological, can he get an Amber Alert or an endangered child alert? Well, the Amber Alert, I don't know how it is in North Carolina, but in Tennessee, you have to have seen who took her, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. And with it being her mother and her mother has custody of her, I don't think they'll put the Amber Alert out. Hello, wait, what? Guys, I'm just asking that everybody grab a hold of these pictures, this information, and please get these pictures and information out as far as we can, as quickly as we can, and pray and hope that there's nothing has happened to these kids. Let's hope the mom just went to meet up with an old boyfriend or something and that these kids are fine. That's, I mean, let's hope the mom don't have a manic episode while trying to deal with her autistic daughter. Well, thank you, hon. I'm not sure what you're thanking me for, but if anybody would like to come up, I'm going to drop the link. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Shalima. Share it on your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever you can share this on, please share it. It's still early enough on, guys, that we, have lots and lots of hope that everything is okay with the kids. Yeah, that's something else that he's worried about, Peas in the Pod, that she could get overwhelmed. And like I said, or like he said, he's the one that normally deals with her. I mean, other than school, he's the one that deals with her on a full-time basis. He's the primary caregiver for her. And he's just scared. I don't know if the mom, normally deals with her or if she has problems trying to deal with her. I don't know. But I couldn't imagine. I don't know, May. I don't know what she may know or what she might care about. I mean, I just don't have that much information yet. As I said, I left Holly a message asking her if she wants to join panel. She can, so that we can, discuss more stuff. They went missing Thursday, the 22nd. Did he check the history on the computer? Maybe it shows who she was corresponding with. I don't know. That is normal for autistic kids, right? Well, no, it's more than that. But it's 6 days because they went missing last Thursday. And tomorrow will be Thursday. So it's 6 or 7 days now. Praying for good outcome in this and that they are safe. I worry. I worry for my friend. I worry for these kids. And I mean, if mom can take care of the kids, that's fine and dandy. But evidently there's a reason for this father to be worried and scared. Most times when your wife, your girlfriend, whatever, ups and leaves you in the middle of the day, okay, you fight, you argue, they leave and you find them. You don't automatically go to, oh my gosh, she has took my child and I'm so scared something's going to happen. So maybe he knows something we don't know. He is in panic mode right now. There's 2 of them. One is 10 years old. That one is not his biologically, but he's helped raise her. The other one is his biological daughter. She's 7. She's autistic and nonverbal, and he has done everything for her, I guess her entire life. He needs to find a tech expert. I don't know how much Ellie can help. They can issue a wellness check. However, they would have to know where to look. Exactly. Gut feeling from dad, it's heart sickening. Yes. My son can't do change. It's way too hard on them. Poor kids, wishing we find them. He should contact social worker they work with through Medicaid. They may be able to help get Ellie to do the Amber Alert, right? I didn't think about that. Yeah, it is. That is a great idea. I apologize for the coughing, guys. Can they really send out an Amber Alert if the child is with their custodial parent? I mean, I would assume that was why. If the affidavits of her being unfit was signed after she went missing, that would have been the purpose of it. But I really still don't know how much they can do about a mother taking her own children. The one thing that bothers me is that the Medicaid card was left on the table. Why not leave anything else? I mean, was it just literally she just forgot it and left it laying on the table? Or was that a message to dad that, hey, she's not going to need it anymore? Sorry for my doubts, guys. Sorry for my being so cynical. But with everything that we work with and hear about and read about and watch every single day, that's where my mind goes. I know I do, May. It's allergies and still this stuff is still just lingering on a little bit. I don't feel as bad, but I've still got my ears are stopped up and stuff still. As far as I know, as long as there is a fear of danger and one of the custodial parents has not given approval, then as far as I know, yeah, okay. But she does have custody, hon. Plus, contacting Medicaid, they will watch computers for use of the Medicaid card. Most places the child's been seen already have it in the computers, right? But the thing about it is what if she takes her to another town or something and has to, let's say she's a good mother, okay, and she knows that her daughter has to go to doctors and stuff. If she tries to relocate to another town or something, those people are going to need the Medicaid card to reestablish the daughter with new doctors and stuff. Therefore, why did she leave the Medicaid card laying on the table? I know it is, hon. It is, or is it possible some guru thinking he has the answer for autism may have conned her, not canned her, sorry. I guess anything's possible in this day and time. She didn't lose custody. Maybe a missing child alert. Right. She may have taken a photocopy of it. Yeah, but what would be the purpose of taking a photocopy of it and not taking the card? She didn't leave anything else. Yeah, but if it was abduction, why would she take her purse? Yeah, that's the hurdle. She does have rights to them. Exactly. The world is a scary place nowadays, hon. In North Carolina, they don't look at it as either parent having custody unless they actually go to court and get paperwork. I've had that issue with my son's dad. Guys, I really, really, really want to get those pictures out. I wished I had a picture of the little girl Leah, but I don't. I'm going to share these one more time, okay, on the screen. Anybody can take screenshots if you want. You can go to Holly's page and download them. This is Janelle Poole, 39. This is the mom. This is a younger picture of Kylie. This is Kylie now. She's an adorable baby. Look at her. I don't even have a phone number, guys, right now as to where to call. I mean, other than Ellerbee, North Carolina Police Department. Well, true, meet up with somebody for lunch and bam, you're snatched. Exactly. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I have seen many Amber Alerts put out that were put out based on one of the parents absconding with the child. Hello, Lisa. The family is not, well, the mom and the two children are missing. But the youngest daughter is biologically the dad's, and she is autistic and nonverbal. She's 7 years old. The other little girl is 10. And he's worried because he's the one that's always took care of her. And the mom just disappeared. Okay. Sorry. I need to remove the comments and show the pictures again, evidently. I get passionate about it, guys, and I forget to make sure move the move the comments. That's the mom. That's a younger picture of Kylie. And this is what Kylie looks like now, guys. I've seen many Amber Alerts. Okay, we read that one. Oh, thank you, Leah. Chris Watts' theories will be playing out online within the hour. Tell him to stay focused and find a tech junkie. Well, I would do this for anybody, but Holly especially being my friend that goes a little bit closer. I do believe it's possible that in Canada, our Amber Alerts may be different, but I didn't actually think so. Well, I just worry. And like I said, maybe I'm just too cynical, but my mind goes to the darkest places for some reason these days. I guess it's because pretty much every time we find out about a kid going missing, that anybody looks into, it's always the parent has done something to them. And I know how I would feel if it was my child. I can only imagine what this man is going through. If she has daughters, Social Security number, any doctor's office can verify Medicaid status, if I'm not mistaken. True, but that's not the point. The point is why would she take just the Medicaid card out and leave it laying on the kitchen table? Why not both the girls' Medicaid cards? You understand what I'm saying? I wonder if she had bank cards or any cash so she could provide for the kids with food, drinks, pull-ups. If she not potty trained, hopefully Janelle is with her family for help. We are so blessed to live in a small island. Children don't really go missing here. Does she have family, friends out of state that would be hiding her out and not saying nothing? Have they went through her emails? Have they pinged her? Honey, I'm not sure what all they have or haven't done. Are they blaming the father yet? No, they are not blaming the father. Although Don Wells or his peons, Tim Mullen, are trying to blame Holly, which is ridiculous. And guys, if y'all haven't, let me read this and then I'll say what I was going to say. Here in Canada, it usually goes Providence wide, then the Providence on either side, then Canada wide. Okay. If y'all have noticed across the bottom of the screen, it says a child goes missing every 40 seconds in the U.S. Over 2,100 per day, in an excess of at least 800,000 children are reported missing each year. And another 500,000 go missing without ever being reported. Don't that just make you sick? No, honey, it's we don't know whether she took any clothing or not. The only thing that he knows for a fact that she took is her purse and her phone. She could have accidentally. No, honey, she didn't take her car with her. She left the car behind. In my opinion, I don't believe that was Don. I believe it was Tim just by the way he talked. Right. Well, that's what Holly believes too. I'm just stating that it's put out there under Don Wells' name. And if it wasn't Don Wells, then Don Wells needs to take care of it. Well, I know he's not going to, but that's a question I would start with. Anything missing from the home, right? Scary, sickening statistics, yes. Trying to make me do a tongue twister discovery. In this case, the father is a good father, actually an exceptional father. Being the caretaker of an autistic girl is, I can't say that. I don't know. I can't pronounce it. My mind just went, oof. Okay, I'm back. Let's see if I can actually be useful. Well, you're always useful, Alpaca Maid. Yeah, especially. I thought that's what you meant, but I wasn't for sure. Hang on a second, guys. This is my granddaughter. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. There's some stuff going on in my family as well, and I'm having to try to deal with it. So I do apologize. I don't know about doorbell cams. I'm behind on the conversation, so I'm just going to jump in. I watch too much crime. I think like a detective and don't trust anyone suspicious looking. I agree. Thank you. I see you. I appreciate that, hon. He needs to ask the neighbors to check their doorbell cams from nearby. Yeah. If they walked away, they would have been found. You can only walk so far without someone picking you up. Well, I'm sure though, if they were picked up by somebody, if they were walking, then they give them a ride to wherever, and the person that picked them up may not even, know that they're missing or anything, so they wouldn't be saying anything. Hello, Angel. Yes, very lots and lots of unanswered questions. That Mohawk, I'm not sure of. I just know that Holly was very upset when they realized that it was laying on the kitchen table. I joke all the time saying I don't trust people as far as I can throw them, right? What's the weather like where they are? It's hot as fire here. Can't stay in the heat long, especially with kids. I'm not real sure what the weather's like. You could probably ask Discovering. She's up that way. Angel, we're talking about common sense true crime. Her nephew's daughter, well, it's his daughter and his stepdaughter. The mother disappeared with them last Thursday, and nobody can find them. And her car was not taken, but her purse, her phone, and the girls were taken. The little girl, the youngest one, is his biological daughter. She's 7 years old. She's autistic, nonverbal. The other little girl is 10 years old. But the dad is the primary caregiver for the autistic daughter. And there has been affidavits signed that she is unfit. No, they've still not found them, hun. Oh, yes, Angel. Discovering is having a cow where you added that little clip in there, and I hope it didn't. I hope it was a good thing that you added it and not something bad. I don't want you to ever. I mean, I can redo that. I can redo it and try to do a better, accent of you if you need me to. But there was no malicious intent as far as that goes. I hope you know that. See, that's what I'm thinking. That unless there's but there's not, except for the affidavits that were signed that said that the mom was unfit. But the thing is she has mental disabilities, history of using illegal substances, and obviously she was not the primary caregiver of the child. I mean, the dad says that he is the one that took her to all her doctor's appointments, all of her psychological appointments, everything at school meetings, school events, everything by himself. He has always been the primary caregiver. Well, it wasn't meant to be mean, sweetheart. I promise you. We were just trying to come up with things for people to guess. In the Maddie McCain case, there were child abusers preying on kids who were mute. Yes, guys, please share the link for missingkids.org on your community walls. We cannot prevent, but we can educate. Absolutely, 100%. All creators, if you're watching this, please share that link. But the thing is, April, how are they going to do a welfare check on the mother if they don't know where the mother is at? She has mental health issues. 2, unable to care for the kids on her own. Right. She's likely in need of being located too, just for the fact that her mental health. So Ellie should step up and want to find her besides the kids being missing too. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Yes, cheers for the replay crew. Your comments are read, guys. I know I've been slowing down a lot on answering or, reading your comments. I will get to them. It's just like I said, there's a lot going on in my house personally. So I've slowed down quite a bit, and I do apologize. Everything that you guys say and everything you think is very important to this channel. And please don't stop commenting. Honest question. Why hasn't the father come to speak on her channel? Well, honey, I don't know. I guess he's busy trying to locate his daughter. She's been posting. She's not done any videos or anything on it. She's been posting it on her community tab. And I assume that they thought that they would have found them by now. But now her and her husband both have took their week's vacation to go, make up the flyers, go down to where they're at and hand them out, do everything they can to try to find them. So I'd say she's not even been on her channel. I mean, other than to post on the community tab. Yes, so many prey on autistic kids and take advantage of the fact that they're nonverbal and can't tell anything. The world is horrible. Yes, I agree. She may be in danger of hurting herself. Not as far as I know. If there was any medication for either one of them, I don't know that it wasn't left or was left. Like I said, Holly was upset the other day when I talked with her. I didn't want to push her too much, asking too many questions. Oh, they're from Ellerbee, North Carolina. And they went missing last Thursday, which was June 22nd. Clay, the father, left for work at 7 o'clock that morning thinking everything was hunky-dory. And when he got home around 4 or 5 o'clock that evening, and I say around because I don't know for a fact what time he got home, but when he got home, he found that her and the girls were missing. Her car was left at home. She did not take her car. The only thing he knows for a fact that she took was her purse and her cell phone, but the cell phone has been cut off ever since that day. In my opinion, putting his face on a video asking for help can be more powerful than screenshots. This is based on what Mark Class has said. Well, I agree, honey, but I mean, I don't know. I'm still in the process of trying to get back a hold of her. She wasn't answering her phone when I called before my live today. So I'm assuming that she was just busy trying to, get the flyers and all that out, looking for the babies. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Peas in a pod. It's so scary. We got to protect them, but it's hard when it happens at schools where they are supposed to protect them when we're not there, but some teachers are just as bad abusing. Tell the dad to contact Mark Class. Okay. Right, I understand. I know there's still options, hun, with the phone turned off. I did invite Holly to come. Well, when I couldn't get a hold of her, I left a text message on her phone that I was going live at 11 o'clock, and she was more than willing or more than welcome to come and jump up on panels so that we could try to get more information out there. It just breaks my heart the way the dad is pleading for somebody to help him, anybody to help him bring his baby home. I've got to go, Nana. Prayers for these precious girls. It's my baby's 37th birthday. Stay safe, all. Love you guys, and all you angels are loved. Thank you, Nana. Well, thank you, May May, and we appreciate you being here so much. Absolutely. I'll drop the link. Oh, can you drop? Yes, absolutely, Angel. But I dropped the link because I just seen drop link, so I dropped my link for you. Hi, Nana, chat and mods. Hello, Kathy. I'm praying and hoping that she'll call and say they've been found too. I mean, that is what we're praying for. We don't really care where the mom went or what she's doing or what's going on in her private life. We just want to make sure those kids are safe. You're not late. You're not late, Janet. You're good, hon. This is Holly's link, guys. Y'all can go to it. It's all the information that I'm giving you and you know what information she has put out there is on her community tab. You can't put the link in chat. Do you have anybody's email address like Alpaca Made, ICU, anybody like that? They can, they're mods, they should be able to drop it. Is Ellie involved? Interview Dad, etc. They didn't have to interview Dad. Dad went to Ellie. Dad has been begging Ellie to be involved since he found out they were gone. You could email it to me, Angel. I forgot I've got my email on my computer. I can copy it and drop it. Or you can send it to Alpaca Made. Right there's where you can send it to her. Has the dad contacted media? They can get the word out faster everywhere. I don't know. I'm assuming he's begging anybody to help, so it's been long enough where I feel someone is harboring them, surely best friend or closest relatives. Trust me, I mean, as soon as I can get a hold of him or see if Holly can get a hold of him, I'll bring him up on panel. All right, hang on. I'll have that link up in just a minute, guys. I wonder if she ever took the kids to the Urari National Forest because it's close to where they live. And a lot of people disappear in and around that national forest. Okay. Come on. That's not it. There we go. Okay, this should be that link. There's the link, guys, for that Mark Class guy. They need to spy on her relatives and watch them come and go. Just saying, maybe get a glimpse of her at their house. Is this scary? Poor kids. Out of curiosity, I guess I missed it. Where does DW or Tim Mullins come into this? Because they cannot stand common sense true crime, and they made one of them made a nasty comment to her about her missing nieces, trying to accuse her of doing something to them. Too many children are going missing. What is this world coming to? That's what she thinks it's Tim Mullins because of how it was typed out and how everything's spelled out correctly and the double spacing between the sentences and all that. Okay. Oh, trust me, I'm sure Holly has warned him against anybody. You know, trust me. Holly is not a big fan of that camp in Rogersville at all, so any of them. And the ones of you that know Holly or watch Holly or read her community tab, y'all know how she feels. Anything to distract from themselves, right? Maybe Holly could help Dad get in touch with Chris McDonough for counseling since he is so panicked. Maybe. I don't know. She says it's the same account that was used a while back that was arguing semantics about the Bible and religion and all that. And that wound up being Tim Mullins, evidently. She may wind up having to get a PI to find them if Ellie can't locate them soon. Why wouldn't they look into the dad? Seems suspicious. He's a primary caretaker, but he was gone to work. He was gone to work, and evidently they can prove that. And I'm sure Holly can vouch for her own nephew and what kind of parent he is. And why would you run to the cops begging them to do something, anything at all, if if he was the one that done something? Yeah, like I said, that's who she thinks it is. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate that. The man is begging for anybody to help him, unlike other parents that we know of. He is genuinely scared for his child. That he reported it. Yeah, he's the one that went to the law enforcement to begin with. He was talking to law enforcement every day, but because she is an adult, he had to wait the 72 hours to file a missing persons report. A parent who goes above and beyond for the autism needs isn't going to harm the child. Exactly. Thank you, Peas in a Pod. Is there an Amber Alert out yet? No, they wouldn't let them put one out, hun. Kirst, if you would like to jump up here, you're more than welcome to. If there's anything else you guys would like to talk about, we're welcoming up for that too, because of the legalities, right? What do we have so far? Contact Uber, ask neighbors to check doorbells, contact PI, call hospitals, call BFFs, call relatives. Peas in a Pod, I completely agree. We go through so much to protect them. No way we could do anything to harm them. It is presumed that both parents have equal rights to take child, so no law or court order has been broken. Peas in a Pod says she's been at it 37 years now, discovering, so. With this case being one of our own, I'm not comfy speaking about it. Well, I understand that's completely fine. We could talk about other cases if you wanted to come up, but the plain and simple fact is I'm completely comfortable with talking about this case because and I'm not saying anything about you, Kirst. I'm just saying I'm comfortable speaking about it because she is one of my personal friends. This is her family that we're talking about. She needs all the help she can get. And let me tell you something. I normally will take anybody's opinion and their thoughts and all that into consideration. And you do have a right. This is your channel just as much as it is mine. But I will not tolerate anybody coming in and saying anything derogatory or hateful or mean towards Holly, her channel, or her family. So just keep that in mind, Pamela. They haven't looked into the dad because obviously they have no reason to look into him. Right. I understand, guys. It's fine. But on the other hand, did anybody watch Doug's thing with the telephone call to Hawkins County that said Fred was, in the hole, under lockup, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, for things that he did, his actions. That's how they put it, his actions. Fred was naughty. Well, he probably was talking to Ziggy. Just joking, guys, but I would say jokingly, you have to wonder what all they may have said before they actually started recording that conversation. You ain't supposed to talk dirty or naughty. You didn't see it. This girl, Danny, in a chat elsewhere said she found what she says is summer on Google Maps, following streets and zoom ins. I don't know her, but perhaps she can do this for Holly. Never know. True. She's not a personal friend to me, but I feel comfortable speaking about it considering the baby has autism and I know the dangers she could be facing, especially if she elopes. And elopes, guys, does not mean she's going to run off and get married. Elopes means, I don't know why in autism they have to have special words for it, in case this child gets loose and runs off because they got a bad habit of running. Ziggy done helped his butt. Be careful, Nana. The farm talks about Holly all the time. I'm sure they will have evil comments. Well, they better not come in here having evil comments. Is all I can say. And trust me, I have not bashed another creator or said anything bad about any other creators. Let somebody really start talking bad about one of my friends, especially someone. Trust me, guys, you would not. She's so sweet. If you ground her up and put her in a canister, you could call her sugar. I'm telling you. I know she sounds ferocious on her videos and in her community tabs, but in real life, she is pure sweet. Out of respect, I wouldn't research it as a case unless asked. Just saying. I can give suggestions on where to start looking. We have named the big key ones. I saw it. Never got that far. Got hung up with the lab. You didn't hear Doug, but you heard. Well, basically, he called them evidently night before last or something like that, and they gave him some information and told him that Fred had been locked up and he's on lockdown, should I say, but that if he wanted any more information, he'd have to call back the next day during business hours. And so he did. And they the lady confirmed at the front desk that yes, he had been locked down. He's in the hole. And it was because of his own actions. And then Doug said, well, is it connected to the phone call or a phone call? And she said that she wasn't allowed to give him that information, period. What about Baby Joe? Has there been news about Baby Joe, Angel? Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Trust me, I'm working on trying to get a decent computer now. So, Peas in a Pod says, my neighbor's autistic boy would climb to the barn roof in the blink of an eye, right? I love Holly too. She's one of the good ones. She is. And she's very determined in her beliefs. I love Holly. She's a beautiful person. She is. My youngest is on the spectrum. Thank God he was not a runner. Oh my gosh. So scary. Yes. If Miss Daisy is a Christian, she will put this on her channel too. I agree 100%. If she is a true Christian and she is truly out here to help the children and not hold grudges about what she may feel about somebody, she will do what she can do to try to help find these children too. And anybody that wants to put this out there, I'm telling you, Miss Daisy, I dare you to help this family. Help this man find his baby girl, even knowing that it's Holly's family that you're helping. If you're a Christian, a true Christian, you'll do it. Plain and simple, it says in the Bible, turn the other cheek. Has there been any local news reports done for Holly's family members? I don't know, honey. I'm not local, and I don't have local stations. So I don't know what the local stations are. My son was a runner. I had a cable between he and I to keep him safe. Got a lot of shit for it too. Thankful mine uses a wheelchair, can't run off. Yes, it's Ellerbee, Ellerbee, North Carolina. Perhaps was due to Fred getting hurt, his hand, wrist. He claims he was jumped. I don't. Yeah, but if they were going to lock him down, they would have done it right after he got hurt, not a week later. Most autistics have no fears and don't understand the dangers of situations. Does Holly live in the same area as them so can help the dad with all his needs? As far they live in the same state, but they don't live in the same area. That's what she was saying, is that her and her husband had to take off their week's vacation and go down and help him try to look and pass out flyers and stuff. I am most concerned with the 7-year-old missing daddy after 4 days and running or trying to. Missing daddy and running, trying to get back to him, in other words. I get it now. Okay, Angel. Thank you, hon. Thank you, Kirst. Good morning, Toaster Oven. Lifting Holly and her family up in prayers. Thank you, Janet. Maybe it would just be best for the other channels to stay out of it. Why? The pictures need to be gotten out there, and they have larger audiences. Holly is true crime, or common sense true crime, hun. That's her channel. My son is a runner. I've got locks everywhere. My gate ain't just locked, but a chain running through the padlock. Can't be too careful with them because they can be gone in the blink of an eye. I agree. They don't need the games that come. She knows how to reach out, show her support, and follow her lead. Hello? Peas in a pot, unfortunately. Having an autistic child isn't always the greatest experiences. They have a child missing. I came in late. Where do they live? It's common sense true crime. Holly. It's her nephew's daughter. Well, it's his daughter and his stepdaughter and their mother. They left, or they disappeared last Thursday, whatever you want to call it, the 22nd, from Ellerbee, North Carolina. The oldest little girl is 10 years old. Her name is Leah. The youngest one is Kylie. She's 7 years old, and she's autistic and nonverbal. But the dad has been the main caregiver throughout her life. Thank you, Dire Wolf. I appreciate that. How do I copy a channel link? Where is it on the page? I believe I always go to their main homepage, and right beside their profile picture, it'll say their channel name, and then there's numbers out beside it. Just copy that, slide over it with your mouse, copy it. And then, it'll say copy. You just copy and then put it in the chat. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. The more is better. The quicker we can get these babies' pictures out there and their story out there, the quicker we might be able to bring them home before something horrible happens. And if people don't agree with that, then you don't have to listen, is all I can say. Thanks for reporting on this, Nana. Have to go now, but we'll be watching for updates later. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Thank you, Kirst. I'm going to go so I can finish work and make a video. Thanks, Nana. Much love and prayers for Holly. Thank you, sweetheart. Yes, I have pictures. They're also on Holly's community tab, but I've got them right here too. Hang on one second. I'll put them up You can screenshot them. Get rid of the thing. This is the mother. This is Janelle Poole. This is a younger picture of Kylie. And this is Kylie now. Super important to get information out even faster if it is an autistic child, as they do not understand dangerous, and the faster they can be found, the better. Exactly. Especially if the mother does have mental disabilities. I mean, come on, guys. 2 affidavits have been signed that evidently she's unfit. How can anybody say I'm doing something wrong for putting this information out? I did not hear anybody saying that the information about Summer Wells should just be left alone and let Candace and Dawn put it out there if they feel it's appropriate. Or Harmony Montgomery. Or Oakley Carlson. Or little Joe Clyde Daniels. Angel Overstreet. Kennedy, Kennedy Hoyle. Kamari Holland. You know what? When I talked with Holly the other day and spoke with her on phone, and she was giving me the information to put out, I believe if she didn't want me putting it out, she would have said, hey, Nana, forget it. I don't want you putting that information out there. We don't want no help looking for this child. But they do want help. They do want people to put her picture out there. They want her found. They are scared for the safety of this child. I mean, like I said, I read it twice. The man is on Facebook begging anybody to help him bring his child home. That's not what anyone said. Well, then what did they say? I believe what was said was that I should leave it alone unless I was asked to do something. Paraphrasing, should I say, paraphrasing what was said. Discovering the truth, my son was extremely aggressive, but only towards myself. It was hard as hell, but he is an amazing young man now. I said it might be better for the other channels to stay. But why? April, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. The bigger the channels are, the quicker we can get those pictures out. The quicker maybe somebody might spot her. Somebody came in behind you and said something too, though, April. We're talking about 2 little missing girls and their mother, hun. From Ellerbee, North Carolina. 7-year-old autistic nonverbal girl. She's 7. Her older sister, who is 10, her name is Leah, and the mother is Janelle Poole. They went missing last Thursday, June the 22nd. Did not take their car. The mother, only thing that we know that the mother took was her purse and her phone's been turned off. I hope they're paying especially close attention to any bodies of water. Autistic people are very attracted to water. And if I offended him by getting upset, then I apologize. But I'm hoping it's a good thing that she did take her phone and purse. She's possibly is in touch with someone she knows and they are safe somewhere. That's what we're all praying for, honey. Thank you. Yeah, tomorrow it'll be exactly 1 week. Right, that's what I said, peas in a pod. If she took her purse and her phone, then she's not abducted. I think this is a misunderstanding. I think what's being said is that certain creators might twist a story in a negative way. Okay, well, that makes sense. I'm just saying anybody that gives a crap about kids, Angel, should help, especially when it's one of our own that's on here every day looking for summer, looking for the other kids. When they have a child going missing in their own family, then we should, really step up and help. Hello, Robin. Hey, Nana in chat, just getting here, but I share her video each way I could because, like you said, the faster and more we can get it out, the better. Exactly. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. I wonder if she left a bad. Well, if she left a bad relationship, the husband or boyfriend, whatever you want to call him, the dad, doesn't know anything about it because he thought everything was fine when he left for work. They weren't arguing, they weren't fighting, nothing. So are they assumed to be together? The mother and the kids, yes, they are. If she was in possession of her phone, why is it off? I'm assuming because she turned it off. Love and prayers for the dad and the missing. Thank you. Maybe headed to Canada or Mexico, wouldn't need a Medicaid card in either place. Everyone should share, yes, in all the cases. However, many have not. I agree. In my opinion, you can't not cover or talk about a missing child because the story may get twisted. Thank you, Kirst. That's right. You can't just not talk about it because somebody might get out here and try to twist the stuff around. That's why the decent creators are supposed to be out here helping keep the story straight, keeping the facts straight. That's true. I didn't think about that, peas in a pod. They have kiosks where you can trade your phone in for money. You just drop it in there and it gives you the cash. Just because the person the phone was taken don't necessarily mean they weren't abducted. Maybe it was a planned meeting with a stranger who potentially could have abducted them. Anything is possible. Yes, Nana can send out even if it's mom. if she is deemed unfit. You can't cross the border without one of those special IDs, right? Well, it's not her husband, though. They're not married, Kirst. They've just been together forever. Peas in a pod. Anyone who sees a doctor or gets meds in Canada is basically put on the provincial registry, and they would have to pay a lot for medical if not a citizen. Hi, Carrie. How are you, hon? Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Show Nana you like this episode with a thank you and a thumbs up. With a thumbs up saying thank you. You know what I meant. The other missing child, where is the father, if you know? I don't know. And I mean, the only reason I haven't put the children's last names out there is because I'm not positive if they carry her last name or if Kylie, the baby, carries dad's last name. And that's what when I was talking to when I was talking to Holly the other night, I didn't want to push her because she was so upset. She was crying and worried, sick. And I asked her, just in general that I could think of questions. But, all these little questions I didn't think about asking. And I should have. I'm sorry. Enhanced ID. What is the name of the town they're from? Ellerbee, North Carolina. I don't know if she has access to money or not, hun. You're confused about who's who? Okay. Clay Benson is Holly, Common Sense True Crime. That's Clay Benson is her nephew. It is his girlfriend, the mother of his child. They've lived together forever, so you might as well say common law wife. He helped raise her 10-year-old, the little girl that's 10 years old now, that's his stepdaughter. He helped raise her. The 7-year-old is his biological child. Okay, his name is Clay Benson. The mother's name is Janelle Poole. The oldest little girl, her name is Leah. She's 10 years old. And the youngest one is Kylie. She's 7. And they're from Ellerbee, North Carolina. North Carolina just had a mess of a storm system that lasted a few days. The news must not be putting it out. Well, in that case, Ellie should be able to track the mom through her financial institution. He should search the campsites in that forest close to their home. Was there any known arguments or fights or relationship issues with mom and dad? From what Holly said the other night, no. He had no clue there was anything wrong. When he got up and went to work that morning, everything was supposed to have been just fine. No arguments, no fights, no disagreements. Everything was hunky-dory. Thank you, April. Father, Clay Benson. Mother, Janelle Poole. Leah, age 10. Kylie, age 7. Ellerbee, North Carolina. They disappeared June 22nd of this year. Well, I'm going to keep trying to get a hold of Holly and see if I can't get a hold of her and arrange something. Are they all American? Yes. They are. I don't know, guys. I don't know if it's because I'm friends with Discovering and she has an autistic son and she's been teaching me so much about autistic children. Is it because I'm friends with Holly? I've been friends with Holly for going on 2 years now. And she's just the sweetest thing coming and going. Although it doesn't sound like it on YouTube. I promise you guys, she is. And it's her family, and I care about her and what happens to her and her feelings and the fact that she worries, and or maybe it's just a mixture of all of it together. But this is another one that's hitting me hard, and I want answers for this man. I could not imagine having a child to go missing. I couldn't. Wanting something ever happened, even my children as grown children, if they went missing, I would go crazy, let alone a little innocent child. I do have a question though. Why does it seem that most of the kids that are going missing are from the East Coast, or are others not being brought to light on the West Coast? Well, there's a lot of kids that go missing from the East Coast because, for one, from what I've learned over the past 2 years, there is a highway or an interstate that runs all up and down from Maine all the way down to Florida. That is considered a trafficking highway. That's one reason why more kids on the East Coast are reported missing, or that's brought up. In my opinion, that's the whole thing. Could Janelle possibly be bipolar? She is bipolar. She's bipolar along with a few other mental disabilities. Right, it's a mixture of all. Route 81 is part of it. Yeah. Kyron Horman, Oakley Carlson, Orrin and Orson, many, many more on the West Coast. Right? Discovering, is there any way we could get any statistics about how many kids with East Coast versus the West Coast by chance? You're so much quicker than I am. Oh, there was 20. Very important. Could she have had a boyfriend? You mean other than the one she was living with, the father of her children? I'm not sure, sweetheart. I'd be sure curious to that, Nana. Approximately 800,000 go missing each year all over. I know, that's what's running across the bottom of the screen right there. Okay, that explains a lot. Could you get on a panel with folks, creators from both coasts and more to post her info? Well, I don't know, honey. That's what I'm trying to get other creators to do this. But we have naysayers in chat about it. Well, April, it probably wouldn't be being said if you would stop putting it in the chat. The only person that I've heard anything like that come from is you. I mean, I'm not saying that it won't. I'm just saying right now you're the only person. But the difference between east to west. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, wasn't it? Good luck. I'm just looking for a place to talk about election fraud. I hope you find them. Thanks, Tristan. I appreciate that. Nana, were you able to find either parent on Facebook? I have not looked yet. Like I said, I've got stuff going on. Cursed. I don't know, but while I was looking up those statistics, it says nearly 40 children have recently gone missing from New York State. I don't think that's what we're looking for, though. Sound of Freedom is a movie about child trafficking. It is outgrowing the sale of worldwide. It starts this 4th of July. I'm going to a showing Monday. If people show up, if can show support. I'm not finding the West Coast versus the East Coast guys. I'm wondering why our government doesn't make this missing children epidemic a top priority. They are only recognized one day as a holiday, right? May 25th. Some of the New York ones appear to be custody type missing. Guys, I'll have you all know, Holly just texted me. She said sorry because where I told her she could come on panel, she says sorry. We are actually out of town right now, but thank you, love. So yes, she knows I'm doing this. She knows I'm putting the information out there. Getting back to your question, Kirst, about the face, I have Discovering did, but I have personally, I have not. Like I said, I've got a lot on me right now, guys. And it's just hard. It's hard right this minute. Of all the places, Alaska is number one. Could you show the trailer? I don't know if I can get the sound to go through or not. I mean, I'll try, but what was the name of it again? Sound of Freedom. I'll try it. Come on. Yeah. Oh.
How'd that make you feel? Giving a child his freedom. Felt good. You have been at this for 12 years.
My country, 'tis of thee.
Why are you doing it? Because God's children are not for sale. It is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen.
For Homeland Security, you know we can't go off rescuing Honduran kids in Colombia.
This job tears you to pieces.
And where my fathers died.
And this is my one chance to put those pieces back together.
Land of the Pilgrim's Pride.
Yet somehow you have failed to bring me one real-world lead.
It's over, Tim. Close up and come back home.
So you quit your job and you go and rescue those kids.
South of that river is all rebel territory. No one goes in. And if this is your daughter.
And I was trying to turn it off on my phone. It's a true story. The movie it's about, truly inspiring. The police are involved because children are with mom. Ellie waits 72 hours. So who does a person call if they are cited since the police are not involved? That it does sound like it's going to be an awesome movie. I just checked Dutchie's wall. This family is not listed, but I know Dutchie is looking into this case. She doesn't post until she's got LE or Amber Alert confirmation. Nana, let Holly know we love her and are praying really hard for her and her family. I will, sweetheart. I'm going Monday. It comes out Tuesday, the 4th of July. Please show support. They also have free tickets. Alpaca made is that video for me, paraphrasing versus quoting, because I'm always paraphrasing crap. The video you just put out. Well, look at there, guys. We did a 2-hour live, and only something about summer was brought up, what, maybe 4, maybe 5 times. Not saying it's a bad thing to bring her up. I'm just saying. Okay, well, Discovering has found us some statistics, so. Wednesday, the task force recovered the children, some of whom are potential victims of human trafficking, in 3 sweeps throughout the state. March 3rd. That was in 2021. I forget. I did a video on that. I can't remember. I think it's Operation Freedom. I think might have been the name of it. You sneaky gal. No, it's Josh. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you, Fried Green Tomatoes. I appreciate that, hon. But trust me, I can use all the prayers, and we're not going to go into details. But trust me, me and my family could use all the prayers we can get right now. I mean, it's nothing as severe as children being gone or anything, but it's rough. Okay. Children intaked in the NCMEC between 1/1/2022 and 12/31/22, organized by child's age group and race, and I can't say that other word. And that don't tell me nothing. Discovering. You can't exactly read a graph on YouTube. Okay, and this is date and ethnicity. Ethnicity, I think is how you say it. I'm not sure. Okay. But I don't see where this is. Is this for the year or the what? Asian 152, Black 9,102, Hispanic 5,847, multiracial 2,571, Native American 397, Pacific Islanders 140, white 8,557, unknown is 868, and a grand total of 27,644 kids. Okay, it's for the United States. And that's just in 1 year, guys. Yeah, just in 1 year. %63 of those kids are female. 37 of them are male. Infant to toddler, 9% of them. Prepubescent was 58% of them. Pubescent was 33% of those children. And it says in NCMEC, Child Victim Identification Program serves as the United States clearinghouse for information on the CSAM and is aware of more than 25,140 child victims identified by law enforcement. Of those, 2,734 children are depicted in imagery considered actively traded, meaning the images or videos have been seen in multiple reports. It's just horrific, guys. It's unreal. Yeah, I can't read all this. That's a bunch of kids. 150, yeah. You know the thing about that 150 kids, Marianne? 90 of them was in state's custody when they got gone. That's a fact. And you know what else is weird? Because that happened right before Summer went missing, right? They got this program together, this project. They got it together and did the whole sweep to gather all these kids, and they did it in 2 months' time. And these 150 kids that they found from Tennessee were not just in Tennessee. They were all spread all across the United States, from California to New York. And they gathered 100, there was like 247 of them actually missing, but they found 150 of them all over the place in all different, like some were trafficked, some were hiding, some were, runaways, all different types of situations. And in 2 months' time, they got 150 kids, which, praise the Lord, they found these kids. But in 2 years, 2 years' time, the same agencies that found these 150 kids in 2 months, in 2 years' time, cannot find out what happened to one little 5-year-old girl. Don't that just break your heart? It's the same damn agencies. That's sickening. Right, and that's the ones we know about. That was Tennessee. All those kids were from Tennessee. Marianne, those children are little girls with mom who is mentally impaired and dad. Oh, I'm sorry, Marianne. I thought we were still talking about that. Impaired, and dad had no idea anything might be wrong till he came home from work. Missing June 22, 23. Yeah, the baby girl is 7 and the other little girl is 10. The baby girl is his biologically, and she is autistic and nonverbal. They're missing from Ellerbee, North Carolina. In my opinion, U.S. Marshals came into Summer's case. She would be found. They have a very high success rate. The ones that are rescued will have lifelong issues. This is the new generation that will replace us, folks. That's true. But for all the people who swear up and down, oh, I hope, that, and I know a lot of people have different opinions, but a lot of people I've heard say, oh, I hope she's with Jesus. I hope, talking about Summer, I hope she's with Jesus. And because of, can you imagine what she's had to live through? Well, I just watched a documentary the other day, and it had psychiatrists on there. It had college professors on there. It had neurosurgeons on there. And guess what? The one thing they had in common, they went through some of the worst that you can imagine as children, including the one that was actually doing the documentary. And it was her own mother who forced her consistently to do it to her. And those women and men all grew up to become not just productive citizens, but I mean, they actually have done something to contribute to society as a productive citizen. They went into different fields so that they could make a difference, so they could make a change. So no, I don't hope that she's passed on. I just hope she's found and brought to safety and that she's okay. Marianne says that no, I hope she is alive. She may be able to fight this problem in the future as an adult. Exactly. Oh, it's okay, hon. She is another creator on YouTube. It's Common Sense True Crime. Right here's her link. David Peltzer was one. He wrote the book A Boy Named It and others. Highly recommended to read. Yes. Summer is a strong little girl and she will survive and thrive to bring out change. Here in California, Here in California, they hand out free drug paraphernalia. They feed the drug problem. California is number 2 in the nation for missing children. Think about that for a moment. Well, getting to the paraphernalia that's handed out, hun, you have to think, I'm not saying that anybody should say that it's okay to do it, to do illegal substances, but you also have to keep in mind, please, that without these, I forget what they're called, it's like a store that people walk into, and they get everything for free, but these are the people that have drug issues and drug problems, and at least they're not walking down the street and finding an old rusty rig laying on the street and using it. They're not sharing with other people, because guess what? These places that are giving this stuff out, they're supplying clean, brand new rigs and everything that you need to go with them, so that they're not passing diseases between each other. So that, and when just like in a hospital, the red boxes that they drop all the sharp stuff in, the needles, the razors, all that stuff, they are given one of those so that when they use it, they can drop it in that box. And when they take that box back and it's full, then they get refills and they get a new box. And so therefore, at least that many are not going in the landfills. They're not being thrown out on the streets. They're not getting thrown in the trash for some a garbage person to be, grabbing the bag up to throw wherever and get stuck with it. They're not out there laying in the street for a child to find. People are not sharing and spreading germs and diseases. And for the people who have children or loved ones that are out there who are drug users, they're not having to worry every day whether or not their family member is going to catch some disease that's going to kill them off that way. I mean, it's bad enough they have to worry about them dying in a ditch from using drugs. My opinion, may not amount to nothing. I don't think anybody should advocate for the use of IV drug use or any drug use. But there is a positive way to look at that too. Marianne, have you ever read When the Rabbit Howls? That's a really good one. Or The Schoolyard, exactly. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a little secret. In Denver, Colorado, in one of the subdivisions of Denver, where my daughter used to live, because the city is so compacted, and some of you know this, they have city parks. They're small city parks, one here, one there, one the other place. But the schools are so compacted, they don't have a schoolyard for kids to play on. So at recess, the children are taken to the nearest little city park to play. But guess what? At 3 o'clock when school closes, that park becomes a city park again for all the winos and the drunks and the drug users and anybody else that can filter in. And they throw their stuff down. Everything, I've seen it, throw it on the ground. And this is the same place that these children go every day to play for recess. Do you know they have to have county workers come in at 5 o'clock in the morning and start cleaning these playgrounds up, these city parks up, just so they are ready for the children to come out and play at recess? I've seen that with my own eyes. I had to walk past one of those parks to go to work every day when I lived in Denver with my daughter. It's horrendous. Like this, see? Marianne says, I have a creek in my backyard, and in the 90s it flooded, and I had rigs wash up in my yard. Your school playground was like that? It's a good one. You should go get it and read it. I've been looking. Her name, I believe her name is Trudy. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. No, because the other one was Sybil. So her name is Trudy, and it is a real story. Trudy Chase, I believe, is her name. I've been looking and looking and looking for a movie, a real movie about it, but they've not put one out. But it's an awesome book. I carried a doctor-authorized Narcan kit for years because of park overdoses. Right. Honey, let me tell you something. They hand them out pretty much anymore. Anybody coming and going. You can buy Narcan in pretty much every drugstore. Or not every drugstore, I'm sorry. Every convenience store, every gas station. If you look, you will find Narcan. You can buy it at a gas station so that people have it with them. I did a desert cleanup when I lived in North Nevada. There were thousands. Exactly. It's repulsive. Take your blood pressure pill first if you take them before reading it again. Yes, that's true. It can. Maybe people need to start doing more magnet fishing and clean up our creeks, rivers, and even parts of the ocean that's bad. Yeah, but will it even pick it up? Are you sure that's not aluminum? Aluminum won't stick to magnets. Or a type of aluminum, should I say. I know that sounded really stupid because they use stainless steel, but I just don't know if they're strong or if the needle is big enough to pick up the whole syringe on a magnet. Not for the faint of heart. You can be cold cocked for disturbing a stone nod. Yeah, that's true. You can. G-net fishing. Okay. I don't know, guys. Like I said, that was just my outlook on what that person said. And although the dispensaries, I think they're called dispensaries. I thought the same thing. I really did until it got explained to me when I moved to Denver, because they had them all over the city up there. And they literally give the drug addicts everything they need. But then again, you have to think they don't, if they're getting the clean stuff that they need, they're not passing diseases back and forth. One day they may cross-contaminate each other so bad that we might catch something that nobody can get rid of that spreads through the air. So you have to I know, Alpaca Mate. After I read the whole sentence, I understood what you were saying. It catches them. I've watched a lot of... Okay, well, I wasn't for sure. We need to fix the source of the problem, cleanups, etc. It's not enough. Well, honey, I understand. I agree with you, but true, they need to steer them toward treatment so they don't... Oh, hold up now. Wait a minute. They do, peas in a pod. They do. I know a couple of people that the people that ran the dispensary literally got these people into a program and got them off of the drugs. I mean, I can't testify to any others, but I know at least 2 people. I was friends with them while I was up there. So they do hand out pamphlets. They do get the people that come in there, they get them in touch with rehabs. They help get them into rehabs. They help get them into clinics so that they can go on meth or Suboxone. And yes, I know a lot of people feel that meth and Suboxone is just a legal way. Well, yeah, it probably is just a legal way. But guess what? You've got a person that's spending probably close to $100 or $200 a day for some type of illegal substance that they can go to jail for a very long time. First of all, they're taking money away from their family, whatever that family may consist of. They're taking a chance of going to jail for many, many years and then personally being taken away from their own family. They're taking a chance of not doing what they're supposed to, the amount they're supposed to be doing, or you understand what I'm saying, and ODing, compared to you take and go over here and pay $11, $20, whatever it is, one time a day, that's controlled by a doctor, and it's legal. You're not going to go to jail. You're not going to OD, you know, and you can get up, go do that, and go to work. Whereas if you're doing the drugs then you're out here scavenging for the money and the drug all day, every day, day in and day out. So, Lord, I'm on a rant today, ain't I? I apologize, guys. But there are some people out here that don't know this stuff. They do provide counseling. Yes, TB is very huge in the homeless community. And it's not even necessarily the homeless, guys. There are people that you know, live a life with families and all that, and they are drug addicts just as well. How do you correct a problem with 80% failure rate on the first round and not nearly enough beds? Who are robbing people to buy drugs, kicking doors in. Yes, that's what it's called around here, kicking doors in. And you don't hear about it half as much now as you did, say, 7-8 years ago. Now, since there's clinics nearby that they can actually get on the medication and it be controlled by doctors. Yeah, the drug numbers are climbing. They steal from their family. They steal from the neighbor. They will go kick in doors. They will harm people they don't even know. Literally kick the doors in and hit old people over the head for their medicine, their money. Know a few of them too. When the Rabbit Howls, yes, that is a really, really good book, guys. It's something like the Sybil book, but it's can't remember if it's the father or the stepfather, but he starts out horrendous. I mean, like they have an outhouse and he fixes it so that every time Trudy goes out to the outhouse, he's literally underneath looking. It starts out like that. They want to get rid of prisons. I say build more. It's the only way to clean these people up. You can't force them into treatment. When a Rabbit Howls, true story of a woman diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder reveals her harrowing journey from abuse to recovery in this #1 New York Times sellers best-selling list. It is, I think it's worse than Sybil. That's true. Or victimizing their families. Guys, there are so many places that you can get help. If you have a drug problem, if you know a family member, a friend, a neighbor that has drug problems, there's so many programs that you can reach out for to get help. And I would have been prepared and I could have dropped the numbers had I known I was going to be even talking about this. Hello, Reese Cup. But I mean, all you have to do is, just type help in Google. I mean, drug rehab, addiction help, anything. All right. It's I'm gonna smoke one more cigarette and then we're gonna jump off here. We'll end this live so we can not disturb this discovering so she can go watch her fishing videos. No one thinks about it and ignores it until it happens to them, right? Discovering, can you post that channel link, please? Peas in a Pod wants to watch too. I love the magnet fishing videos. You never know what they find. Everybody, Direwolf, yeah, I mean, you could have dropped your channel. If anybody has that channel link, please do drop it. The Lifeline provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people in distress, prevention and crisis resources for you and your loved ones, and best practices for professionals in the United States. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. You just call 988 free of charge. We have an addiction also, Nana. I'm a smoker. Yes, we have an addiction. There's that link for Direwolf's channel, guys. Oh, well, whoever's, I didn't know. I thought it was Direwolf is the one you were talking about discovering. Whoever's channel it is. Help. Oh, you're going to need help. You don't know anything about starting a channel. You're going to need help. Okay. Well, he's got they, I'm not sure if it's male or female. They've got to create a channel first. Discovering. Discovering. Did you see what they put right here? I don't know anything about creating a channel. I'm going to need help. Watching the whales, it's a wonder we don't have a drinking problem as well. That's true. And start teaching good moral values at home. Keep your kiddos active in whatever they are passionate about. Be present in your child's life, just saying. And teach your kids about stranger danger, guys. You know, the old 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, stranger danger. Don't teach them to just say it. You teach them to scream it to the top of their lungs. And it don't matter if they make a mistake and the person wasn't bothering them. It's okay, because the next person that comes along that might come near them might be trying to harm them. Okay. Yes, we will help you any way we can. And that's what I meant discovering when creating a channel. I know everybody already has a channel because you have a YouTube account, but to get the videos up there is what's creating the channel. Teach your kids no from a young age. You'll appreciate that when they are teens. Oh, trust me, Alpaca Maid's got plenty of hobbies you could take up. She can teach you about all of them. She's a very talented lady. And she has videos on all of them. All right, guys. Peas in a pod. I just wish they were in jail before they hurt more people. I just wish they would put them in jail, even if they didn't do it. Put them in jail until we find out if they did or didn't. That's all I'm asking. They sure enough put all these other parents in jail and held them until they found out something. And guess what? They always found out that the parents did it. You wandered into the right group. Well, we're glad you're here, sweetheart. %, discovering Alpaca Maid is awesomely talented, very nice and sweet and helpful. She is very, very, very much so. And a great mod. I wonder why the emojis don't show up on my chat. Well, you probably need a little color in your cheeks. Guys, anytime that y'all know of a creator being in chat, please, especially if they're trying to be helpful, please go ahead and drop their link. Yes, we're glad you're here. This is not just Nana's channel, but it's our channel too. That's right, it is. 100%. Yes, integrated properly at the start gets the truth from most of the parents that harmed their kids. Well, I mean, it pops up on mine. But it says all the words. It don't show me what the emojis are. Oh, okay. Well, the praying hands does, but that's it. And of course the hearts, but nothing else. And I don't even know if they show up on the screen. I've never thought about checking or paying attention to see if they do or not. All right, guys. I am so glad that you all came today. I'm so glad you came in to listen to me rant and rave. And I greatly appreciate everybody that plans on trying to help Holly get those babies' pictures out there and the information. Nana, some links I refuse to drop even if they seem helpful. For just a second, they become malicious. Candace was too messed up and hostile to interrogate. Still rebuilding my channel list 2 months after the laptop died. Had to download an address book just for channels. I'm afraid to put the black ones up for fear someone will think I'm making a mockery. Well, I don't think you have to put those up. I think the praying hands, the different colors is just to represent your skin shade, I'm assuming. Yep, the praying hands show up on screen, and so does the peace sign. And the little laughing emojis. Well, I wonder why those other ones don't. Please tell your children that you love them, whether they're grown, whether they're tiny. It doesn't matter. Make sure they understand how much you love them and appreciate them. Call your parents if you're lucky enough to still have them with you. Call your parents. You never know when today might be the last day. And I'll tell you something else. My mother always taught us, and I taught my children, and they taught their children, you never ever leave the house or go to bed and go to sleep without saying, I love you. Because you never know when the last time you'll see that person would be. Yes, your grandkids and well, when I say your kids, I mean your grandkids, because they're all sort of all in one. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Any color hands, I don't think it matters. God hears all prayer hands, no matter the color. Well, that's me. I don't think it matters what color hands, as long as we're praying and speaking to Him and asking Him and thanking Him for what He does for us. It don't matter at all what color anybody is. And don't forget, guys, to say an extra prayer for all the missing and the hurt and the abused, the neglected. They're all God's children and should be treated as such. They should be protected and loved and cherished. Without our children, guys, we're not going to have a future. Thank you, Alpaca Maid. Praying Holly's nieces are found safe and returned to their dad. Amen. Guys, I love you, and you know that. Mods, thank you so very much for everything that you always do for me and for this channel and for the viewers. And viewers, thank you for watching, whether you're subscribed, whether you're not, whether you're a rewatch, replay crew, or you're here in the chat. And I mean, just thank you to all of you. Subscribers, mods, viewers, it don't matter. Other creators. You are all loved. You are all appreciated. And I will see you all on the next live chat. Have a great day, guys.